All right, thank you guys. The NC Dinos take on the KT Wiz, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Dinos are minus 175, totals 9.5 flat. The Wiz are plus 135. If you like the Wiz to keep it close, they're minus a buck and a quarter, catching the run and a half. And following Sunday's sports wagering action, I'm 4-2 with a push in my last 7 dog of the day tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. Now, the extra daily pick, that's another one of those packages that I sell on that site, as I'm also 17-5 in my last 22 picks in that membership as well. That's good for 77% during that stretch. I also have a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. And if you just want to check out the website, maybe browse a little bit, check out my current record, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the Wiz have won just 18 out of 41 games thus far on the season. Their current win percentage is just .439. That's putting them 5 games under 500. They're also currently in 8th place in the 10-team KBO. They've scored just 3 total runs in their last 2 contests as well. Meanwhile, on the Dinos side of things, they're coming fresh off a 9-7 victory over the Hanwha Eagles in their last outing themselves. They've won 2 out of their last 3 games and still find themselves atop the KBO League standings in first place. They're 28-12 thus far in the season, and that's good for a win percentage of 700. And when it comes to the total in this one, 3 out of the Dinos' last 5 got over the total of 9.5 runs. They also saw 16 out of their last 19 games get over that total as well. Meanwhile, on the Wiz side of things, they saw 4 out of their last 7 get over that number themselves. 7 out of their last 11 also got over the 9.5. Give me the NC Dinos minus 1.5. And the over 9.5 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's KBO baseball action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you once again that after Sunday's sports wagering action, I'm 4-2 with a push in my last 7 dog of the day premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, once again, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. Once again, we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. A lot of great variety there. And once again, one of those packages is called the Extra Daily Pick Tier Membership. And that membership's only $2.99 through the end of the month. And in addition to going 7-4 my last 11 in that category, I'm also hitting at 17-5 in my last 22 picks in that membership as well. That's good for 77% during that span. I strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said, let's go ahead and move on into our next game. I'm talking about the Kia Tigers versus the Lotte Giants, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Tigers are minus 160, totals 9.5 flat. The Giants are plus a buck and a quarter, and if you like the Giants to cover, they're minus 133, catching the 1.5. Now, the Giants are coming off a 3-2 loss to the 8th place KT Wiz in their last outing. They also lost that series with the Wiz 2-1. The Giants have lost their last 3 straight series, dropping 6 out of their last 9 games. They're actually just 2 games ahead of 8th place in the KBO standings. They're taking on a Tigers ball club who, on their side of things, they've won 4 out of their last 5 themselves. And that includes 2 victories over the first place NC Dinos. Their 8-3 record in their last 11 is good for 73% during that short span. The Tigers are 5 games above 500 right now and find themselves only 2 games behind the LG Twins for second place in the standings. Now, total-wise, the Tigers saw 3 out of their last 5 get over the total of 9.5 runs. Meanwhile, the Giants on the other side, they saw 4 out of their last 8 get over that number themselves. Give me the Kia Tigers winning this one outright in the over 9.5 runs in that contest. All right, moving on. Our next contest, it is going to be the KT Heroes squaring off against the LG Twins. And that game is going to be you guessed it, 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Heroes are minus 150, totals 10.5 juice to the under. The Twins are plus 115 on the money line. And if you like the Twins to cover, they're minus 143 for some run line cash. And despite losing their last 3 straight, the Twins are still in second place in the 10-team KBO. They're tied for second place. They're currently 9 games over 500 and have a win percentage of .610. They also won 3 out of their last 4 3-game series. Now, total-wise, the Twins' last 2 straight stayed under the total of 10.5 runs. Meanwhile, the Heroes on the other side saw 4 out of their last 5 stay under that number themselves. Give me the LG Twins plus 1.5 and the under 10.5 runs in that contest. All right, next game I have for you in the KBO, it's going to be the Hanwha Eagles taking on the Samsung Lions, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start. The Lions are minus 215, totals 10.5 flat. The Eagles are plus 155 to win it and minus 133 to keep it close. And now the Eagles lost 9-7 to the NC Dinos in their last game. No surprise there. Hanwha's 1-5 record in their last 6 is good for just 16% during that very short span. Even worse, the Eagles have won just 3 out of their last 26 games, and they find themselves currently in last place in the KBO. Their win percentage is just .238. Mushmouth today, guys. Now the Lions on the other side are coming off a solid 12-5 victory over the Kia Tigers in their last contest. They've won 3 out of their last 4 series and held their opponents to just 2.7 runs per contest on average in their last 4 victories. Now, scoring-wise, 5 out of the Lions' last 6 stayed under 10.5 total runs. Meanwhile, on the Hanwha side, 2 out of their last 3 stayed under that total themselves. They also saw 4 out of their last 7 stay under the 10.5. Give me the Samsung Lions minus 1.5 and the under 10.5 in that game. And with that said, we're going to move into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be the Doosan Bears squaring the Doosan Bears taking on the SK Wyverns, 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Bears are the $2 favorite, totals 10.5 juice to the under. The Wyverns are plus 150, and if you like the Wyverns catching the 1.5, they're minus $110 for some run line action. Now the Wyverns have really struggled as of late. They're coming fresh off a 7-2 loss to the KT Heroes in their last outing. And as a matter of fact, what am I trying to say? Wow. KT, they swept them 3-0 in that series, the last series I was talking about. The Wyverns, they were also swept by the KT Wiz in their series before that as well. SK is currently on a 6-game losing streak, averaging just 3 runs per contest during that stretch. Their 1-10 record in their last 11 is good for just 9% during that span as well. The Wyverns are in second to last place right now in the KBO standings with a win percentage of just .293. They're taking on a Doosan team who just swept the second place LG Twins in 3 straight games. The Bears are just 3.5 games back of first place in the league. And when it comes to the total in this one, Doosan's last 2 straight stayed under the total of 10.5 runs. 6 out of their last 7 also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Wyverns saw 4 out of their last 5 stay under the 10.5 themselves. Give me the Doosan Bears minus 1.5 and the under 10.5 in that contest. All right, we made it through. Nice. Let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. And from our Patreon platform, shout out to Quayshawn Harris, Brian Sadler, Nick Fobert, Don Ladisic, Brittany Petty, Damian Miles, Lucky 2000, Timothy Campbell, Douglas Simmons, and Jesse Brown. Next from our Instagram platform, shout out to Ross Trades, Jinmara Garland, Will Slade, Joseph Robert, Chris Kawonya, Manoj Kalra, Mirko Americano, Arisiwan, Eris, Anita Joshua, and Adita Thacker. And last but certainly not least, from our YouTube platform, shout out to Dipendra Rajal, Hung Quinn, Adil Lamame, Donald Phillips, AT Spectre 8K, Luciano De Souza, Bo Dunn, David Arango, Michelle Matson, and last but certainly not least, gotta give a shout out to Dob Terra. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Monday or Tuesday to you, depending on when you're watching this video. Best of luck to you, and I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.